The answer is, we want to make friends lah, not enemy. Our enemy is the one who created all these problems. Thank you.
And we had someone there who want to ask a question.
Yeah, thank you. My name is SM Montu. I'm also kaki lima orang. First thing, Dr. Jeffrey, you were mentioning, you actually answered my question partly because I've been talking to you many years since to take your issue to Britain, because when you take a bank loan, you have to sign an agreement, there is a guarantor. When you don't repay back, they go after the guarantor. Isn't it?
Yes.
They know you won't pay back even if you have money, but guarantor is a man who has what they call stature, so they go after the guarantor. Corporate commission is a guarantee to the people of Sabah then that their rights will not be taken away. So why not go back and recall your guarantee? I think I've told you many times, keep on it. We work legally, we cannot go to the street. You know, that's one thing. The other thing you mentioned is about the 20 points. Now the 20 points, another thing is that federal government did not take away any of the powers given. Correct yourself. None of the powers were taken away by the federal government. It was all given away by Sabah leaders. True or not? Yeah. Recently, I went to do my IC. Bangsa, she asked me, I said, put one Malaysia. Prime Minister talked so much, one Malaysia. Put one Malaysia. The girl refused. Just recently, about 2-3 weeks ago. So what is one Malaysia? You cannot put in your IC one Malaysia. And so thank you to my friend, the last speaker, Jaya, is it? Yeah. You always had statistics on the poor. Next time do a statistics on the rich. You might find the poorest of the poor in Sabah, but you may also find the richest of the rich also in Sabah. That's the cause of poverty in Sabah. I told Kano, the poverty level in Sabah is directly proportional to the filthy rich in Sabah. It might work. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I was not paying too much attention to the first question. But on the erosion of the 20 points, you are right, partly, that it is our part of the responsibility rests on our leaders. Our leaders allowed some of these things to be eroded. For example, immigration. I think during the Rajaya time, Harris wanted to please, the federal government, and he allowed, he did away with the passport and only changed it to filling of a form. Okay, that is doing away. The other thing is, we had parliamentarians in parliament, but when they changed the federal constitution, our leaders kept quiet. They did not play the role, but the change was made by the federal government, mostly from Ombudsman. And we did nothing about it. We just followed. We didn't do anything. That's the problem. We didn't do anything. By the time we realized something is happening, like Dutford, when Singapore left, he wanted to review the 20 points, the Malaysia agreement. What happened? He was sent to Australia. He was stripped of his position by the federal government. The same thing in Kuching. Stephen Kalumnikan was removed through a political play by the federal government, by Kuala Lumpur. And he was ousted. Usno government was ousted in the same way by the federal Kuala Lumpur punya mainan lah, and up come K. Barjaya. when the rakyat saw Berjaya to be too much playing along the game of Kuala Lumpur, the rakyat rejected Berjaya. PDS came to power, and so we can see the game played during the 46, 47 years of government of Malaysia. How the Kuala Lumpur punya tangan lah. Susah mau cakap sama ada dia federal, you can say federal, because federal, we are also part of federal. Okay, so we can say that both Kuala Lumpur as well as the leaders, our own leaders, are responsible for the erosion of our rights. But that doesn't mean we let them erode everything. Now that we realize the leaders are not doing anything, we, the rakyat, have to do something. Because we have the right to do something. We have the power to do something. Because we are the boss of all these leaders as voters. So it's time for change. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions?
Yes, sir. I always ask a simple question and direct. I just ask Mr. Chong, is it okay to have a copy of your slides so that I can spread it around?
Yeah. You know how to look at me? I give you your pen drive now. You can download it from here. Free.
Hello, I got a question. Yeah, my name is Samson, and I'm got a question on point 15 under the 20 points on the education. It was mentioned just now that before we have our Kementerian Pelajaran in Sabah and also Kementerian Kesihatan. So my question is, who stopped it and when was it stopped? Is it the federal or the state government itself? Okay. Secondly, with the present scenario in the state government of Sabah, what is preventing us, the state government from having our own Ministry of Education in Sabah itself, rather than we are having one minister equivalent to ministerial status of the science advisor. So if the state government can create like the Ministry of Education in Sabah itself, I think the state government can allocate a substantial amount for that ministry to further improve or speed up the improvement of the education in Sabah itself. Rather than as it is now, it looks like the education in Sabah, though everybody is saying that education is very important, that's the best step to come out from the poverty. But the thing is, as I think everybody will agree that presently the education in Sabah is assigned, or rather under the purview of another ministry, which is under the Minister of Tourism. Sounds strange and funny. Thank you.
Yeah. Who gave away the education ministry? Okay, actually, in the Intergovernment Committee report and negotiation, it was agreed that education is a federal portfolio, a responsibility lah. But it was also agreed that Sabah and Sarawak should have a special role in education. That is why we had the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health at that time. And the problem was we allowed this to be given back, and now we have this problem. Why not we should have another Ministry of Education? There is no reason why the state cannot establish a Ministry of Education at state level, just like we have a Ministry of Agriculture here. But it is up to the state government. And